Well, good morning to all my sunflower and diamond friends out there. How is everyone? Oh my goodness. I'm excited to do this whip and chat. It's been a while and I apologize. Just things have been a little crazy with my dad, but everything is good. We just sometimes you got to get through it and sometimes you got to just focus on what it is at hand. So, yes, I want to first say Sunday blessings to everyone because I already said good morning. And I am Jackie Williams and I live here in Kansas. And the temperature is 7 degrees and it feels like a -7. And the wind's at 11. So, yes, it is cold and we're supposed to have some snow. Shh. It's supposed to maybe start tonight and go all the way until Wednesday. Yeah, not ready for it. Don't want it, but oh well, that's just the way it goes, doesn't it? All right, let's get started. I'm working on my calendar. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see a little bit. I have some diamonds down, not a lot. I have all the white. I did the pink in the heart and I'm working on the other pink in the mug. So, and I also have my cross. I'm so much closer. I'm hoping that maybe later today I do have a second cross. That was for something else, but I'm glad I have it because then I can read what letters, I kind of got fudged up and that was my fault. So, anyway, let's not dwell on it and let's move on. So, yes, how is everyone doing? Please put it down in the comments. I am doing really good. Like I said, it's just been somewhat crazy. Well, almost since we started trying to get Dad carpal tunnel surgery. And that was already, well, we went for the first appointment in October. And we knew that he probably wouldn't have surgery until February. But then it looked like we was going to have it sooner. But then that didn't happen because they thought he had some heart issues, but it turned out he does not, which is good. We're glad, he doesn't. So the first surgery is back on January 24th, 25th, something like that. And then he just had his other hand, the right hand. First was the left, then was the right on February 7th. Like I said, he's doing very well. The left hand healed nicely. You can't even tell that he had stitches or anything. So this Thursday, I have to take him down to Great Bend so he can get the stitches out of the right hand. So, yes. And then this, just on Friday, we had to go down to Wichita because that's where the VA clinic is. They have one here in Hayes, but it's not as big. It's a satellite office. But since he had that heart cath done January the 16th, he needed to go down. So anyway, my husband and I took him down. My brother was supposed to, but my brother got sick Wednesday. So he wasn't able to take him, but my husband and I did, and we really had a nice time. So yeah, it was quite interesting because my husband's hard of hearing and my dad's hard of hearing. Dad, my husband, that's how I want to do it. So I was ears for two individuals. So yeah, but it was good. It all worked out really nice. I drove to McPherson, and then we stopped to take our potty break, and then my husband took over because I'm gonna be honest, I've never driven in a big city, and Wichita scares me. I know there are people who'll say you don't have to, but all that traffic, I don't, those of you who can drive in a big city, kudos, blessings to you. I, and after we got closer to where the VA clinic was, we couldn't even go. It was probably like 2 blocks because there happened to be a bad accident. I don't know what happened, but it was bad. You could tell. And by the time we left the VA clinic, they were just moving those vehicles away from the scene. So yeah, that's how bad it was. So anyway, we got down there. I gonna be truthful, I didn't get to go with Dad to his appointment because I went to a different department to get something taken care of, and my dad decided he was going to do everything on his own, and then I couldn't find him anymore. So, but that's okay. He's home though. So everything turned out good for him. So that's the good thing. And then after I caught up with him again, I took him to the the lobby area. And it's a real nice area. And I told him, I said, I want you to sit here and stay put, so I can go do my other stuff. And you know what, guys? I apologize. Let me move this down so you can see. You don't want to watch me. You want to look at me diamond painting. So, yeah. Anyway, so I had to go to a different area to find out some information. Put it that way. And I kind of did. So then when I was done, I went back, and Dad was still sitting there, and my husband was still sitting there. He was on his phone looking at stuff, which is fine. So I said, we're ready. I said, I'm ready to go if you guys are, and they both were. And we wanted to go to a place that was called Bite Me Barbecue. And it's awesome. We've eaten there several times already. And I wanted my husband to, I wanted to take him there. And so that's where we went. And he enjoyed the food. He said it was very good. So that made my dad happy. And then after that, we went over to, it's a sporting goods store. It's called Shields. Oh my gosh, this thing is a 2-story building. And yeah, it's pretty awesome. I'm thinking we was only in there an hour, and we didn't even get to look at everything, but we plan on going down again sometime, just my husband and I. Because Dad didn't go in with us. He said that, he can walk, but he said he was on the tired side, which I understand. We had a long day. So, yep. I gotta change my wax, or my micro dot. So, anyway, where are my... Nope, that isn't. Is it? Hold on one moment. Mini? No, I need micro. Where? Oh, here they are. So then after we was there, we ended up heading home. My husband drove, and I was sitting in the back, and I know I dozed off because I was up early Friday morning. Don't ask me why, but it was up by 3:15. It's like, seriously? But anyway, it all worked out. And then we took Dad home, and we came home. So yeah, that was Friday for us, and it was so cold, so cold. We had received snow Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. It would have been like early Wednesday morning, actually, after midnight. We got snow, and then all the snow pretty much melted by Friday because we had winds from the south. So driving down to Wichita, we fought the wind, but coming home, it pushed us home. So we did, you know, your vehicle does good on gas that way. So, yep. Oh, guys, you know what? I didn't share some other things. Okay. I'll get to it. Anyway, so that was my Friday, and like I said, Dad is doing very well. I am very pleased. I think he is too. And last week, before he had the surgery, they took the stitches out of his left hand, and they said everything looked good. And the doctor told him that it could take up to 6 months before he may notice stuff in that his hands aren't hurting as much, because he let it go so long. So, yep. Dad is on the mend, which is good. All right, since I kind of did things a little backwards, which is okay. Sometimes you need to change everything up. And I can say that's probably a good thing for today. So, let me share the things I have written here. There's quite a bit, so bear with me. Okay, National Day for today. No one eats alone. Do a grouch a favor day, and it's National Almond Day. And the birthdays for pretty much this week is Henry McLeland. He's the founder of Cadillac and Lincoln Cars. Edgar Bergen, he's a ventriloquist, and if I'm right, he's Candace Bergen's dad. Hugh Beaumont, if any of you remember the show Leave It to Beaver, well, he played the dad, Ward Cleaver. And then there's Richard McDonald, who's the co-founder of McDonald's. Otis Blackwell, he's a songwriter. He wrote the songs Great Balls of Fire for Jerry Lee Lewis, Don't Be Cruel, and All Shook Up for Elvis. So, yes. And then Sonny Bono, who was married to Cher, he unfortunately has since passed away. He's a musician. Bradford Parkinson, he's the inventor of, guess what? The GPS. And I'm so glad we have GPS, because we used the navigation system in my car on Friday, and it did good. And then in 1857, the National Deaf Mute College, which is now called the Gallaudet, got started in Washington, D.C. So yes, the deaf do have a college just for themselves. And then in 1883, the Ladies' Home Journal published for the first time. So I thought that was kind of exciting. There's some good things that have taken place. All right, let me do something here without spilling. So, all right, let me get my cards here. Let me first take a sip of, this is hot water. Not real hot, so I was able to swallow it. All right, today's prayer card. Let's get on to that. Bring joy to your servant, Lord, for I put my trust in you. Psalm 86:4. I'll hold it up so you can see it. Okay. Then our inspiration card. Life is too short to wait. I think that's wait. Yeah. Life is too short to wait. Okay. May your joys be as deep as the ocean, your sorrows as light as its foam. And it says, the Lord will be your light forever. Isaiah 60:20. Okay. So I hope everyone is having or had a fabulous week. Did any of you do anything special for Valentine's Day? I really didn't, except I got to spend the day with two of my favorite guys, my husband and my dad. So yeah, that was not planned. It just was unexpected, and it was pretty awesome, I think. I gave my husband the Valentine's Day card. Nope, he didn't give me one. I don't know. How do I want to say it? I think either he forgets or, it's one of those things. The guys really aren't into that, which is fine. Whatever. My dad never gave Mom anything unless if he did, he had me to go purchase it. So it's no biggie. So yeah, that's what I did for Valentine's, and that it was, like I said, it was very nice. Oh, Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. This past Tuesday, I got my new bridge put in my mouth. So it went very well. It only took roughly maybe not even an hour, because I know I was there before my appointment, which was 10. Yeah, it was at 10. And I'm pretty sure I got called back before then, which is okay. And then I was done by 10:30. So yeah. And then next month, I have to go in to get a crown on my right side. And then in 2 weeks, I go back, because first I got to work on that tooth and do whatever. Then in 2 weeks, I go back and they put the crown on. So, yep. And I told my dentist, because it's funny, I had both his girls when I was at the preschool at the children's center where I worked. And so, that's how I know of him. He is such a nice dentist. I don't care for dentists. I'll admit, I just do not like dentists. But he has such, a calming demeanor. So, I could be worked up, but just him talking and everything, it calms me down, and then I don't mind so much. So I told him, I said, I'm going to keep you as my dentist. He says, well, I am so glad. He says, I haven't been sleeping very well, but now I think I will sleep better. I said, well, I am so glad I told you that, because I said, I don't want you not sleeping. And we had a good chuckle about it. So, yes. That's what I say is pretty good, when you can have a good laugh with your dentist and, help ease your fears. So, and like I said, I don't mind going to him. And what's so nice, when he does luckily I didn't have to have a shot on Tuesday. Everything went very well. I mean, there was a little, how do you want to say, pain, twinge, whatever, but I tolerate pain pretty good. Because I'll be honest, when I had my cramps, they could get pretty bad on me. But I got used to it. I can work through a lot of pain. So anyway, but when I went in, for them to work on everything the first time, to get the teeth ready for the bridge, I had to have a shot to numb everything. And I must admit, I never knew when he gave me the shot. His assistant said, okay, there's going to be a little pinch and then a little stick, and it's like, okay, and 1, 2, 3, it was done. Maybe even in 1 it was done. So yep, it's pretty quick and easy both times. Well, except for the first time I was there for 3 hours, but that's what happens sometimes. Sometimes it takes a little longer than what you expect. But like I said, what's good is they have a TV. So, you're laying there and the TV is kind of like above your head. I went and turned it to the old comedies and watched that while they worked on my teeth. So, I'm glad they have a TV like that. So, it kind of takes your mind off of it while they do the work. So, yep. Yep, my new bridge is in. And then, like I said, this Thursday, I take Dad back to Great Bend so he can get those stitches out. That's why I really don't want it to snow. That way I can take him down there and we get that taken care of. And then tomorrow, my sister, my dad, and I go to Colby for our acupuncture, because January we didn't go because it was so flipping cold. So, but that's the way our weather is. You just never know what it's going to be from one minute to the next, which is okay. I should have brought a Kleenex in. And then, since I'm part of the Historical Society, last year was my first year doing it, and I'm going to do it again this year, is they have a trivia night. That's how they raise money for the museum, along with other things too. But I think this is like the first kind of like fundraiser for the year, and it's in March actually. Last year it was in February. Anyway, so they have a trivia night, and they put it out to the community, and if most of them are businesses or there's individuals who put teams together. And then what takes place, it's on a Saturday evening. You come together and there'll be food and snacks and everything. And you play trivia, and they have several different categories. And we've been going around trying to get some donations. And I want to go and stop by a few people also to see if I can have them donate, because it is for a good cause. So every Monday evening at 4:30, I go for the meeting for the trivia. But this Monday I won't be able to, because I don't know what time we'll get back from Colby. It shouldn't be all that late, but we also have another meeting for the museum that evening at 7. So I didn't go to the one in January, so I'm going to go to this one for February, because it was so cold last month. But this month it's going to be as cold, so I may not get there. It just depends. I'll wait until tomorrow evening to decide for sure. So, yep, there's a lot of things going on. I'm being kept busy, which is good. Alright, let me put some more pink diamonds in. See, there's a hitchhiker of a different color. Let's pick this one up here. Okay. Oops. Thought I had you. Oh, of course, I pick up some other ones. That's a white. So, yep. That's my timer. Okay. I did want to share something with everyone. Because, you know, I try to share things about Kansas and I live here in Hayes. I grew up in Victoria. Or I live here in Ellis. Goodness, did I say Hayes? I think I did. Anyway, this is limestone art. And it's done by Pete Felton, who lives there in Hayes. But he's up there in years. I don't know if he still does anything, because I don't know how well he is, but he's done a lot of limestone art, and you can find it kind of throughout the area here. Pete was born in 1933, so yeah, he's up there. Grabbed a piece of rock in 1957 and started carving. It grabbed back and a career was born. Now Felton is in his 7th decade of making pieces of rock come alive. The 81-year-old sculptor has artwork carved out of limestone all around Hayes and the surrounding area. From a small tabletop buffalo to a 24-ton monarch of the plains on the southwest edge of town. Felton's style is recognizable even from a distance. He commonly was known as Fritz in his younger years, short for his middle name, Francis. Because I was a junior, the junior was dropped after his dad died in 1985. Ask anyone in the Hayes area, and they at least have heard of Pete Felton or of his artwork. That said, Hayes resident Brenda Mater is, because he's gracious in sharing and giving. He shares with us his wonderful gift of art, said Mater, executive director of the Hayes Arts Council. The best part about him is that as much as he is loved and respected and appreciated by this community, he loves and respects and appreciates the community. He's a cultural, historic, artistic heritage icon. I don't know if there's anybody as contemporary a figure as Pete Felton is to Hayes, Kansas. Most of his artwork has emerged from what a pair of hands created with a hammer and a chisel. Everybody has a hammer and a chisel, Mater said, so people can relate to him, but not everybody can make magic happen with them. That's exactly what Felton has been doing since he was 24 years old. Inside his commemorative publication, inside this commemorative publication, we celebrate countless hours of magic in the making. Take a glance at his work, past and present, and then make plans to visit his works on display and discover the magic for yourself. So here is, it's called the Pioneer Tower. He's done this. And then over here is a Hereford bull. So can you see that? Yep, right there. That's a Hereford bull. And And then number 2, there's the monarch. It's a buffalo. The Monarch of the Plains was created to commemorate the centennial of the city of Hayes in 1967. It took 2 years to complete the monstrous 8-foot high, 24-ton sculpture at the historic Fort Hayes, just off US Highway 183. And then this is over at the campus. It's a teacher and a student. And then we have Pioneer students here. Let's see. Oh, I'm trying to get it so there's no glare. There we go. And then here are children reading. It's in front of it was a school, but it's not a school no more. It's an apartment building. This is his, it's called the Stone Gallery. That's where he has displays of his artwork. And then over here it says A Place of Peace. This is a sculpture of a student relaxing on her back. Was dedicated to students murdered in a campus demonstration at Kent State, Ohio, and Jackson State, Mississippi universities in 1971, and it sits on the south side of Fort Hayes Memorial Union. Okay, and then we have Wild Bill Hickok, and that sits down by the Union Pacific Park. Then we have Buffalo Bill Cody, and that's by the library. And then we have Street Singer, and that's down on Main Street, close to where the museum is. Make sure I don't have more than one page here. Okay. And then we have Buffalo. This is in front of an insurance agency. This is called the Lawman. He's in front of City Hall in Hayes. This is a sculptured garden. It's another of Felton's favorites. A nude woman with her dog sits in a sculptured garden in the backyard of his home at 16th and Main. Then there's Christ and the Lamb, and that's at Lutheran Church. And then there is a listing where you can find all of his pieces. This is Sculpture Garden, and those can be found where his studio is. And then you will find some pieces in Victoria and Munger. This is as you come into Hayes off of I-70. It is watching wagons coming in. That's what that one's called. And here's a buffalo. It's at a business called Wheelchairs of Kansas. Then there's a Tetradon. Let's see, right there. This is the Tetradon. Because we have the Sternberg Museum. Then down, no, this is over on Highway 40. It's a train. He's done that. This is a nun, and that's at the Hayes Medical Center. This one is two dogs, so that's out at the, what you call, dog shelter, Humane Society. There we go. This is Visitor to Boot Hill. It's a statue. And let's see. Pete Felton says, what you leave behind is not what is engraved in stone monuments, but what is woven into the lives of others. Well, that's not what he said, and it was by somebody else, but he uses that as his. Then there's Elizabeth Polly. That's in her park. This is at Hadley Memorial. It we did have two hospitals, but the one Hadley has since closed. This is the Capuchin Friar. That's over in Victoria. Here are some Vogel German family. That is in Victoria, also across from the church. Then this is Angus Monument. That's in Victoria because George Grant had the thing. Brought the Angus over. It says it's a sculpture of Angus bull in Victoria. It caps the grave of George Grant, the founder of the city of Victoria, who brought the first herd of Angus cattle to America. It is located just southeast of the corner of Old U.S. Highway 40 and Ball Park Road. Felton painted the bull black to portray a true Angus. But you can tell it's got weather look. Some of that paint is coming off. I don't know, it may all be off by now because it's been up for a long time. And there is Pete working. So, yep. Oh, and then there are, it's 4 famous Kansans. I can't even talk. P. Felton was commissioned in the early 1980s to carve the likeness of 4 significant Kansans who would be moved to the state capital in Topeka. So yes, these 4 are in our capital in Topeka. Felton worked on the sculptures of former U.S. President Dwight D. Eisenhower, aviation pioneer Amelia Earhart, Topeka journalist and former U.S. Senator Arthur Capper, and Emporia journalist William Allen White for 2 years. The sculpture then was moved 200 some miles down Interstate 70 to the rotunda of the State House. Felton used the $60,000 received for creating the 4 famous Kansas to remodel a small house near his downtown garage / studio and turned it into the Stone Gallery, where he displays the work of area artists as well as his own. The gallery also features a limestone fencing posting Felton's intricate carvings. And this is Dwight, and I know this is Amelia, and this would be Capper. And then this would have to be White. So, and then this is St. Francis, one of our saints, and he's at the church in Munger. Here is Felton in his younger years. And then here's the Stone Gallery with some carvings in it. So, yep. I should try and go there myself sometime. I've never been. All right. Oh, I know I did a short video, but here's my Highland cow. I'm almost done with my Snoopy at work, and so when I'm done with it, I'm taking this one to work on next. I'm excited to do this one. And then I think I'm going to leave it there at work. I don't know yet. It's my thought, but you know, who knows? Oh, the other day, I listened to some of you guys who do lives or WIP and chats also. And I can't remember what it was. There was a topic, and I was going to talk about it too. So you can, you know, if you listen to them. But now I can't remember what it was. let's see here. Let's move this down a little bit. I'm sure you really don't want to see me. And if you do, okay. But I don't think so. Oh, I did take the picture frame that I have for my cross. My mom picked up at the thrift store in Victoria. Okay. Anyway, so it had a picture in there. So I took the back covering off and then I pulled that picture out. And I put the cross in. I had it laying here. And I'll probably put that up so you can kind of see it the best, or maybe do a short video. Anyway, it's gonna look good. It's just I need to work on completing it, and like I said, I hope to do that this afternoon if everything works out, which it should. I want to do that so I can get it done, because the church auction is coming up next month. And I want to be able to take it to Hobby Lobby and let them, you know, do their magic. That's what I'm going to call it. Because they sure did an awesome job on my eagle. So, yep. And then, I know it'll I don't know, I'll see. I have my butterfly. I took it. I have a loft area upstairs, so I took it up there to lay it flat. And I'm hoping once I'm done with my cross, I'm going to work on that butterfly. But I got to see how well it goes. I may go up there and check and see if it's kind of flat. And if it is, I'll bring it down and work on it. I did kit it up already. I did that last week, Saturday, because I had to go over and stay with my dad since he had surgery. I mean, he did pretty good by himself, but I went over just to hang out with him and everything. Then my brother came over and made us lunch, so that was nice. And then, like I said, I want to do that butterfly because I'm going to give that to my hairdresser. And then when I'm done with the butterfly, I'm hoping, let's see, I want to be able to work on my soldier. I got to get it kitted up. And my eagle. So, yep. Is the ones, plus working here on my calendar, and I have other smaller diamond painting things like that Highland cow. I have magnets that are cows. I have some coasters and I have some bookmarks. So yep, I still have a lot of stuff to work on. It's just I don't get a lot of time to work on it, but it may get better now that all of Dad, you know, both of his carpal tunnel surgeries are done. And at work, everything is going good. It kind of picked up for me, which is okay. I had a busy week. Our mortgage department, it used to be in the same building where I work now, but I don't remember when it was exactly. 3 years ago, they moved downtown in Hayes in with a real estate office. So that way, if people decided they wanted to purchase a house, they could just walk over to our mortgage department and use them to, you know, purchase their home. And I guess it's been very busy down there for them, which is good. And so then there are times they come back up to the office and they bring me mortgage files, and I have to scan them all into the system. So I worked really hard Thursday to get them all scanned in, and I sent the lady who's in charge of the mortgage department, I said, I'm all done. I got them all scanned in. I just haven't had a chance to look at OnBase, because you scan them in one day, you have to wait until the following day to check the system to make sure they got scanned in. Well, and since I was going on Friday, I wasn't able to do that. But I should be able to do that Monday, depending on what other things I have to do. So, or not Monday, Tuesday, pardon me. Monday we're closed. Oh, and if you did not know, Monday is a holiday. It is President's Day. So your federal buildings, your state buildings, the post mail will not run on Monday. So if you thought you was going to go mail something on Monday, I'm sorry, you cannot. You have to wait until Tuesday. So, and the reason why I know that is because I had placed an order. I use, it's called doTERRA essential oils. I don't know if any of you use them. If you do, fantastic. If you don't know what you're missing, but you know, that's my opinion. Anyway, so I had placed my order, and it said it was going to be here Valentine's Day. Well, for some reason, it's stuck in Wichita. Yeah, I know. I could have just probably went to their big facility and picked it up. It probably would have been faster, but, you know, you can't do that. So, I have to wait until Tuesday, and then my order will be here. So, anyway, and I've been using doTERRA essential oils for 10 years now. I started in June of 2015. So, yep. And I love the oils. I feel like they have gotten me through a lot, especially with me being a diabetic. And luckily, doTERRA essential oils go through a lot of testing to make so they are very pure. So I have lots of confidence in them. And I've never had an issue using their oils. So, yep. I'm glad I found them when I did. My sister, Debbie, knew this lady in Hayes who used them. And she was doing a few, like, classes in her home, so I went to them to learn, and I learned a lot, and I still use them, like I said. Because I personally don't believe we should be taking medication. I know it's important to stay healthy and everything, but if you've read your Bible and you know God put all the plants on the earth for a reason, those plants are on the earth to help take care of us naturally without any side effects. When you got medications, because it's all man-made. Like I said, this is my opinion. Your opinion could be different, and that's fine. Anyway, so that's why I use my essential oils. I I still kind of do. I was into herbs. Me and my sister Debbie did a lot with herbs. And that's only because of our great-grandmother. She was a bone doctor. If you, back then, came to her with a broken bone, she could set it, take care of it, and have you healed and on your way. So that's where we get it from. It's from our great-grandmother. So, yep. Let's see, where's my straightener? This row here looks a little funky wonky. There we go. Oops, now that one got out of whack. Oh, when we was in Shields, the sporting goods store, we went upstairs because that's where all their fishing stuff was. You know, that's the reason why we went, because my husband loves the fish, so he wanted to check out their lures and everything, which is fine. And then we went, you know, we looked at them, and then we walked around, and I came to the area where they have kids' toys. Oh my gosh. There was a big dinosaur. He was moving and everything. And I took a picture, and then I took a video of it, and I sent it to my godson's mom. And I told her, I said, show this to my godson, let him see. And so I hope she did. And that's the other thing. When I go down on Thursday, I got to make sure I take... I had purchased Valentine's stuff for my godson and my sister and brother's goddaughter. And then they have another sister. And so I put a little, well, it's not little. I put a medium-sized Valentine's Day bag together. And I forgot to give it to my sister last week so she could take it to them. So this week when I go with Dad, I need to contact their mom and find out how I can get that bag to her. And then it's already almost Easter, so I'm going to put another gift bag together for that for them. It's like, my goodness, these holidays are just coming by so quickly. So, anyway, and every one of you who sent me a comment, I read them. I apologize. I wanted to reread them again and make comments this way in my WIP and chat, but I completely forgot, so that's my bad. I do apologize. And the last I looked, I have 73 or 72 subscribers, and I want to thank you all so very much. I hope you enjoy my WIP and chats. I'm going to try and do some shorts, because I would like to hit 200 subscribers by May. But we'll see. You know, they say you should have a goal. So I'd say that's a good goal for me, to hit 200 by May. Maybe aim for Memorial Day weekend. I could do Mother's Day, but, you know, I'll be nice. I'll push it for Memorial Day weekend to hit 200 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. I'll just help grow my subscribers. And know this channel is because of you. It's not because of me. I mean, I just come on here, diamond paint, and share a little bit about me, the state of Kansas, here where I grew up, because I know Kansas gets a bad rap sometimes, and really Kansas isn't. To me, it is a fantastic place to be. We have beautiful sunrises, we have beautiful sunsets, we have lakes that you can go fishing, boating, skiing. Our winters, well, we don't have a place to ski, but you can build snowmen if we get a lot of snow. You can go sledding, but you know, we have state parks, so you can go hiking. This year, I really would like to take my husband to it's called Little Jerusalem Badland Park. And that's out in western Kansas more. 1 year, me, my mom, and my sister Debbie went out there. And it was beautiful. It's just something, you know, it's one of those things you have to see it in person to appreciate it. And let me tell you, it was beautiful. So, anyway, and we could always do that, you know, if you took a Saturday off, we would go out, and then I know if we went south, I don't know how far, but Scott Lake is down in that area, so we could go to the lake and just look around, but I don't know. So it's a thought. And also this year, I did not realize it until, I don't know, here in January, actually, my parents will be celebrating their 60th wedding anniversary in November. I know, 60 years. It's unreal, because mom and dad made it to 55. I couldn't tell you about my dad's parents because my grandpa died in 76, so I would have to figure it out to see how long they were married. Anyway, and then Gary and I will be celebrating our 25th on July 1st. So yes, I mean, I couldn't believe it. We've been married 25 years. It's like, oh my gosh, really? So, we could have a big celebration. I don't know if I know Dad wants to celebrate his and Mom's, which is fine. And last week, Saturday, I said something. I said, you know, you and Mom are going to be married 60 years, which he knows. I said, and I realized Gary and I are going to be married 25. He said, really? It's been 25? I said, I know, Dad. I can't believe it either. And if you were to ask me, would I do it all over again? Yes, I would. It's been quite the, how you want to say, the ride. We've had our ups, we've had our downs, we've had everything in between, but you know what? It's been all worth it. So, and if I can make another 25, that will be awesome. And it's funny. I had called Dad, I think it would, it would have been Wednesday. And I told him that there was a possibility we may have to cancel his appointment in Wichita because my brother was sick. And at the time, I wasn't able to talk to my husband to see if we could take Dad down for his appointment. Because one, it was close to him being done at work, and I wanted to talk to him when he came home instead of sending him a text message and everything. And Dad goes, well, if you can't, I'll just go by myself. I said, oh, hell no, you're not. I said, one, you're not going by yourself. And two, I said, I'll send Debbie up there. I'm not afraid of Debbie. If I want to do something, I'll do it. I said, yeah, I know you would. You will. I said, no. I said, just give us time for me to talk to Gary and figure some things out, and I will get back to you possibly tomorrow, meaning Thursday, with whatever we can do. So Thursday, as soon as I could, I talked to my supervisor, explained the situation, and she said yes, it was fine with her. And then my husband had to check with his supervisor, and he said yes, it was fine with him. So then I called Dad and told him, I said, we will be taking you. You will not be going by yourself. It's like, oh my goodness, Dad. I know it's hard because he used to drive oil field truck, okay? So he's driven all the time. And so this is kind of a challenge for him to know sometimes he cannot be going somewhere. Anyway, and after I hung up with him, I thought, man, I hope when I'm that old, and I don't know who it'll be unless it's my nephews, I don't know. If they say, Jackie, you need to stop driving, I don't think I'll have a problem. Because one, I mean, I know I drive and everything. I've gotten better. I'll admit when I took driving, I had to go through it twice because one, I was scared shitless, and you know, it's just different. Anyway, it was for me. Anyway, I don't think I'll have a problem giving up my keys if I have to. It will be my husband who will be like my dad, because my husband likes to drive everywhere and go everywhere. So yeah, I will be the one having to pull his key fob or keys or whatever when that time comes, because I'm pretty sure I will have to fight him a lot. But, you know, we'll see. Hopefully I won't. Hopefully when the time comes, if I tell him, you need to stop driving, it's not safe, he'll just do it. So, I mean, I can look at it that way. But yeah, I understand it's a big deal because people, you know, you just can go into your vehicle and you can go. But then when you get older and, you know, your reflexes aren't as quick as they used to be. Yeah. So anyway, no, we're already at an hour. Okay. Well, let me just finish these 11s. I'm almost done. 3 more. Yeah, well, you know, I gotta shake my diamonds to get them to lay the right way. One more. Okay. Whoops. That diamond didn't get picked up. All right. The 11s are done. I think I'll do the 33s. And then I'll do the 10s. Okay. So, let me bring this. Okay, hold on here. Gotta bring this back up. You know, I had my hair curled, but they went flat. Just my bangs. I didn't curl my whole hair. I don't plan on going anywhere. It's too darn cold out there today. So, let me push these in. And remember, stand tall like a sunflower and sparkle like a diamond. And remember, God loves you. He created you to be one special person. Okay, go in there, diamond. And I hope you enjoyed this WIP and chat. Like I said, I apologize for not getting one out last week. Just things didn't take place the way I wanted. With that, let me put this in. Oops. Where are you? No, I feel it, but I can't. I think it's here. Yep, here it is. Okay. All right. Have a fabulous week. If you're to get snow, please stay warm. If you're to be getting some tornadoes, please stay safe. Go to your shelters, because I know Mississippi has been receiving some tornadoes. And I checked in with Diamond Grandma. She said they were okay, so that's a blessing. We're supposed to get snow. I guess it is what it is, right? All right, guys. So with that being said, I'm going to say goodbye. I love you all, and I will, I think, see you all next week. I think it should be all good to go. All right. Have a fabulous week and a blessed day. All right. Bye.